Uh,
Hello, Kevin DeGay.
hello, Krista Taylor.
How are you doing?
Amazing, amazing. Had another just another electric day. So many different emotions. Yeah, just pretty special. Pretty
Too.
special.
I had a really
You?
good day too. Yeah,
Good.
it was really good. I was
Good.
reminded today of why we do this part, the storytelling part,
Yeah.
because I had a woman come to me, Kevin, this morning, and for those who are listening, the person that I'm talking about is a good friend of mine. She reminded me, this woman that came to me, I don't know her, but she reminded me of Nancy Janetta.
Oh yeah.
And Nancy's a dear friend of mine. I know her story so well, and I'm so grateful for what this tech has done for her. But I literally, Kevin, I knew exactly what to say to that woman because I've listened to Nancy's story so many times. I said, "You're dealing with this. You're dealing with this. You're dealing with this." She was like, "Yeah." I said, "This."
Yeah.
And I
I
told
mean,
her, I
it's
said, "It's my friend Nancy told me these same things she was dealing with, and now this is what she uses, and this is the benefit that she's gained." So this woman is now set up for success because I know Nancy's story.
well. As soon as you said Nancy, I got her tagged as a stair lady because that's her story. You know, when she ran up the stairs to get her daughter, and she got to the top, it was like, OMG, I can't believe it. I just did that. That's how powerful that was, right? I mean, that was the moment. And you know what you talked about today, I was talking with a couple of team calls and I said, I got a story for any situation, man. I said, that's the power of the story. Because you tell that story to somebody like you met Krista, and they go, there's somebody like me that you guys helped. And yep. And you nailed it. So kudos to you for
Oh, so
telling a really
good.
good story.
And
So,
immediately after, I thought, well, first of all, I was choking back, tears the whole time I'm talking to this woman.
yeah.
And then I was thinking of like, this is why you and I do this, right? This is why we share stories. This is why we show up every other Monday for real people, real results, because the stories are the thing that's going to help anybody watching to help somebody else.
I cried 3 times today already. 3 on calls. 3 times. Like, and one was like, I'm praying for this guy that it works, that he sees it. If it does, it's gonna be amazing. But what happened today was, you're right. Why we do this? There were so many people that have challenges, and that's who we found, and that's why we're doing this call. I love it. I love it.
Absolutely. So let's get it going. Welcome, everybody.
Yeah,
Little
shorter
pre-log
version
there.
tonight. Shorter version tonight. Yeah, let's go and get the highlight reel. The 2 ladies. So stories are what matter. So where we go.
So that's why Kevin and I do what we do. That's why we host this call together, because and that's why the person who invited you here has done so. They want you to know why they are so excited about this wearable neurotech, as we all are. And all of us came across this for the first time at one point in the last, well, Kevin was longer, but most of us in the last 5 years. So please sit back and relax. We're going to give you a snapshot. Of course, there's a lot more information that's available for you, a lot more details. The person that invited you can get you that information and those details. But today, Kevin is a practitioner. He's actually the very first person to start working with Jay in the field and helped to get it ready with the other originals. But Kevin's a practitioner, so he uses this in his practice, as well as being a full-on VoxxLife dedicated crusader. And I'm an independent associate with VoxxLife, so we both have our own reasons for being with Vox. It's helped us, and we've got to help many people, and it's a good business opportunity for us. So please sit back and relax. We have Bernie and Kimberly here tonight that are going to share stories with you that I've never heard before. And I'm really excited. I'm excited for you to hear them, and I'm excited to hear them too. And let's see. So Kevin, start us off. Give us a snapshot, which this is hilarious because this is like 10 years in the making, $10 million to develop it. And Kevin's going to give it to us in 5 minutes or so.
I'm going for 3 tonight.
Oh, challenge. Okay. All right.
We got to get, as Paul says, we got to get the shot in. So we got to get this in. So we got to go.
Kevin,
So,
give me 1 second. I'm just going to mute all and then you unmute. Okay. Because otherwise,
all right.
otherwise we could get background noise. So here, just 1 second. Okay. You should, yes. Okay. All right, Kev, you should be able to unmute though.
Okay. Good to go. All right. Well, thanks, Krista, and everybody on the call. Welcome to another exciting story night of Real People, Real Results. My name is Kevin DeGay. I'm going to give you a very simple snapshot on 6 different technologies that we have to help people with 3 words, which is called quality of life. So VoxxLife is a very unique company that we work through the power of touch. It's called neurohaptic technology. So we have 6 different patterns that work on 6 different parts of your brain that are relevant for key functions that we are involved with every day. So first one, which is the most critical part to the entire central nervous system, works on a part of the brain called the brainstem. Okay, this is called HPT. It's called Human Performance Technology. So we have 9 words for tech because of a pattern, which I'll show you on this sock. This pattern on this sock or this insole, and it's also in this patch. I'm going to focus on this. There's an etching on this patch. It triggers a response. It's picked up through your central nervous system. It affects your it triggers a response. It affects your body. It optimizes this part of the brain, the brainstem. On average, 36% improvement in brain function with this tech. You feel the difference. Brainstem key functions, pain management, balance, and stability. That's all you need to know. There's a lot more points on Google. You can go find it out. But it's these effects with this tech, folks, it's immediate. It's an immediate change in your balance and stability through touch. Okay, that's tech number 1, which is the most important. It's like the gateway to the castle, front door access, brainstem. Number 2 is VoxxLife cognitive boost technology. It's another pattern. This is on the inside of, I'm wearing it right here. I got one of the newer versions. Everybody's got their hands up. Hey, look at my colors. But we have a pattern on the inside that optimizes the cognitive networks, memory, focus, calmness, clarity, okay, thinking aspect, frontal and rear parts of your brain. On average, 41% improvement in brain function. Okay, that's the thinking part. Okay, that's cognitive boost. That's number 2. Number 3, Neurovax. Okay, it's a different colored patch. I have it on my upper, this arm here. I got it right here, right there. Sorry about the farmer's glare. It is what it is. This optimizes the physiology of the blood. And we have a video that shows what happens to your blood when you wear this piece of technology. Something beautiful is about to happen, like 2001 Space Odyssey. And when you see what happens and how it helps optimize the immune system, and you understand what the immune system is involved for, you'll understand why it's a very important piece of technology. That's why I wear it on my body every single day, because defense wins championships. That's number 3. Number 4, we'll go with MetaPatch, optimizing the metabolic networks. Okay, again, it's a different pattern. Here you can see it right there. Okay, optimize your metabolism without increasing your heart rate. Brain-gut connection. Okay, that's another one. Next one we have is, this is one of my favorites, REM patch. It optimizes, they see the etching right there, okay? Optimizes the sleep networks. So just so you know, deep sleep and REM sleep is critical for your overall health and your overall functioning of your body. So for those of you who have sleep challenges, we have something for you. You just put this on 20 minutes before you go to bed on the upper part of your arm. Have a nice sleep. Tell me how it went. That's number 5. And number 6 is our most recent one. It's elevated mind technology, or the Boomy sock. Okay. And it's a sock with a pattern. It's made out of recycled plastic bottles. You can see it right there. This optimizes your optimism, joy, and happiness networks in the brain through touch. So we have 6 different technologies that optimize 6 different networks to help you be your best. And the 2 ladies that we're going to hear from they're going to tell you their stories based on where they were before they found VoxxLife, or VoxxLife found them, and they're going to share what they wore. And just like I said, triggers a response, affects the body. You feel a difference. We get to hear the feel the difference part. That's what we get to hear now. So Krista, back to you. 3 minutes. I think it was 3 minutes. Get better.
Wowzer, that was beautiful.
Thanks.
That was awesome. So that's a snapshot. And the person who invited you here can show you, if you're a person that likes to dig into the science and you want to see more, there's lots more. As Kevin said, you can Google lots of things about VoxxLife to find more details. But here's the thing. As far as I'm concerned, all the science in the world is not going to tell me how it's going to make me feel. Right. So that's why I had to try it for myself. And let me tell you how skeptical I was and how much that has changed since then. But today we have two people to join us. We're going to start with Bernie, and then we're going to go to Kimberly, and they're going to tell us their story. We're going to find out what brought them on this path. Bernie, you should have a notice to unmute. There you go. Hi.
There we go. Hi.
How are you? Welcome.
Good. Well, thank you.
We're so glad you're here.
This is a little different for me.
Is it? Well, it's really, we're grateful that you will share your story. Because like I say, I don't know if you heard me at the beginning saying this, like, you know, knowing other people's stories can help us to help more people. Like that is the point of doing this. So it's really, you're giving a lot of value to all of us by sharing this. So thank you. Thanks for being here.
That's how I actually got started in this year. I wasn't planning on joining anything at the time. And I started telling people my story. And that's how I ended up where I'm at now, sharing, going to vendor events. If you caught my video last one, that's a whole different thing. But my daughter actually introduced me to the insoles and the socks. My knees and my feet were hurting so much because of our jobs for 47 plus years. It was pretty intense.
Remind us what you were doing for work. Just remind us so people that didn't see the poster know.
I do upholstery, and then we work with agricultural tires and rims. So we're working with removing them from the tractor, mounting them. It's very physical work.
Right.
And then upholstering. I get up in the morning, it was 5, 6 o'clock, and sit down for breakfast 15 minutes, lunch for 15 minutes, and probably a little late evening. And then I'm out in my garden till 9 o'clock in many, many years. And it took a toll on my knees and my feet. And I was struggling. By noon, they hurt so bad, I could hardly walk. And Vox was just a year into it. My daughter brought me the insoles and showed me the socks. When I seen this, I went like this, and my brain said, this is just a different color. I'm sorry. That's all it is in there. But she said, give it a try. She gave me the insoles. I bought the pair of socks. They came to me on Friday, and I knew what they were. Didn't even open them. Saturday morning, I went to can tomatoes. It's a whole day thing going on. 2 hours into it, I couldn't even stand anymore. My knees hurt so bad. And I thought, what do I got to lose? My brain just kept saying what she had told me. Put the socks on, put my shoes on with the insoles. And I never thought about my knees and my feet until 9 o'clock that night when I took my shoes off, and I said, they still don't hurt. Used to wrap my knees in warm blankets. I haven't done it since. What, 3 years ago or better. The second one I use is the optimizing patch. And that's why I'm getting out of my upholstery business, because I lost the strength in my hands. My knuckles hurt, and were getting quite big. And the immune patch, I actually started wearing it when it came out, and I worked for a month, and I thought, I'm healthy enough. I don't really need that. Okay. And then somebody said, do you know your immune system is attacking your joints? That's what's going on. I go like, no kidding. It took 3 months, but after about 3 months, I noticed I don't have sore knuckles anymore. And I don't have, my fingers aren't quite as stiff, and they're not quite as big. I do watch my diet because there's certain things that will inflame the knuckles a little bit more. but I wasn't eating that to begin with, like breads.
Yeah.
Or bread. Love breads, but don't eat it anymore. But yeah, it has changed so much in my life. And I tell my story to other people and they go, really? Where can I get some of that? And that's what I said to myself. I said, why not me? Why can't I be out there helping other people, getting a better quality of life like I got? And that I just took off from there. And yeah, I love the trainings that Vox gives. And I actually was jumped on another network marketing company, training.
Yep.
And that has helped me out also. And the combination is, yeah, it gives you courage and then confidence.
That's so great. And it's kind of like, you know, you had your career, obviously. And then, you know, this is like another cool opportunity to learn, it sounds like you're saying.
Yeah.
Learn
Yeah.
about something new.
It came in at the right time because I couldn't do my upholstering anymore physically. Mentally, I could. My brain said, yeah, you can do that. Yeah. And I just kept going, but my hands hurt so bad. And then my between my shoulder blades started to hurt. And I said, no, I'm going to leave on a high note and sell things out and moving on to new adventures. And this one is the best. It's great for me.
Oh, that's so cool. So what about your quality of life? Think about like before you had it and now. You said it's about 3 years, right, that you've been wearing it. So what's your quality of life difference?
I get to go out in my garden and do my gardening, which I enjoy. I've done for years, and I don't have to struggle with my knees and my feet, and well, my hands. I got to the point I couldn't use a scissor, and even writing would bother my hands. And now, and I take a lot of notes. I got notebooks like to the glory, and I love taking notes, and I can take notes, and I can use a scissor again too. But and not having to wrap my knees in warm blankets at nighttime is a plus.
Is a big plus. Yes. Yes, I am familiar with that sensation where you need to take care of your knees. So it's a blessing to not have to do that, right?
Yes.
So
yes.
what let me ask, this is kind of a question I just thought of, like, where would you be if you didn't have this? You know, how would you feel if you couldn't garden every day or as often as you do? Would that take a toll on you, do you think?
No, I don't like taking drugs and stuff, but you struggle with what you can. And yeah, I would have Googled things. I would have kept trying things until I found this.
Yeah.
I would have because I Google things a lot, and my husband's got issues, and like it's not diabetes neuropathy, but he's got neuropathy in his feet, and it doesn't do a lot for him, but he likes wearing the patch. He said, I can't explain it, but it just makes me feel better when I wear the patch, and I know when I don't. So there is a difference for him.
That kind of reminds me of what Kevin was saying, how defense wins cups or whatever that word is. Not really a sports person, I know he is, but the defense wins, right? Like you don't know what it is that's better, but the prevention is happening.
Yeah.
What is the saying, Kevin? Defense
championship.
There we go.
In your body, you're in a race, you're in a game with your body. Every day we wake up and we're going in the game of life. So either winning or you're losing. Now, sometimes you have a tie, but it's always nice to win. And like Bernie, like the smile on your face and the energy, like I remember a conversation we had about that upholstery. I remember we had our conversation, and you know, you can't, when you see this enthusiasm that's coming out of your body going, I got a different set of gears, man. Yeah. I got a different set of life, and I can do the things that I'm doing the things I thought I would have to either stop or I could not do. And everybody's list is different. This is what I love about these stories. And if whatever you love to do, you can keep doing it. Your life has a lot of purpose. Because you affect other people around you, love to garden, love to upholstery, and learn how to use scissors and like to take notes. And you're going, great. Taking notes is important. You know, you need hands, but when you have arthritis and you have inflammation in your hands, writing sucks.
Yes.
You can't, they don't work the way they can work. So I love the stories. It's amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing.
So Bernie, one final question for you. Say somebody is watching, say it's me, say I'm watching this and maybe I've tried the socks and I've had some benefits or patches or insoles or knee sleeve, whatever the tool that I chose. But say I've seen some improvements, feeling a bit better, but I'm thinking, I don't know if I could do this as a business. Like, I don't know if I could actually help people with this. What would you say? What advice would you give?
Tell your story to start with. And if you're scared to do it, everybody's probably done it, or most. Do it part-time. Everybody thinks people think they have to just jump into it and drop everything. You just start part-time. You do it for 1 hour a day. And you don't have to do a 180 with it and being anxiety with it. Then it's no fun. You want to make it fun. And and to me, VoxxLife has a lot of culture in it, a lot of people, a lot of leadership, and a lot of training. And working it part-time and until you get to the point where either you want to do full-time or stay part-time. We can do it as we want, or at our own pace, I should say.
Such good advice. So true. Bernie, thank you so much for joining us. Like I say, it's important. You made me think of people with hands, because you're right. You take things for granted, right? You take the fact that you'll be able to use scissors, you'll be able to write for granted. And then when people can't, it's not good for their mental health, among other things. Yeah. So thank you for sharing. I know you're going to help tons of people just by telling your story here tonight. So we really appreciate you so much
for inviting me on here. This is good. I like this.
Great. Well, we certainly appreciate it. Thanks, Bernie. Kimberly, I see you there. I'm going to send you a message that you should be able to click. Hi. Are you there?
Yeah.
There you are. Hello. How are you?
All right.
Doing okay?
Yes.
Good. We're glad you're here.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So tell me a little bit about you. We don't know each other. Tell me a little bit about your life before Vox.
Well, I've been in the cannabis industry trying to move forward with things like that. So I've had a hard struggle with that, but learning the hemp history, which is really how the journey went in my injury of my concussion, because I was working at an establishment and I had a concussion. So
how was that? Was that interfering with your quality of life? Having a concussion?
Oh, it destroyed my quality of life. I had a steel beam bump the top of my left.
Oh God.
Yeah. So
that's a lot.
I had recovered from my past experience and it floored me.
I bet. God.
And I didn't find VoxxLife till this year. So it's overwhelming of what the changes that have happened and just everything that I'm experiencing still. I'm returning to homeostasis, which is where I was at before I hit my head.
Yeah, you had already been through a lot before you even were injured this time, right?
Yeah. And and what I grew, because I had to learn about my own body and what I experienced, and I had to heal myself from the ground up. And then I was back on the ground, and I couldn't dance anymore. That was the hardest one, which is really my balance, which was my life.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah. Well, it's been a world of change since March, because that's when I got Voxxed, and it got onto me because I'm blessed to have met Beth, and I had been there by the water where she resides, and I wasn't able to walk down the stairs. And when she said homeostasis, I was hooked. And then because of all my knowledge within the cannabis and the endocannabinoid system, and I'm like, she slapped the patch on me and instantly, and I went out to go walk by the water. And I was like, okay, well, I did the grass the other day. There's those concrete stairs. And I mean, I walked down there like I don't even remember when I was a kid, because it was just like, and then I was like, what the frack? And I stood at the rocks, and I actually stood on one leg, and I hadn't been able to do that and not shake and fall down. So
Wow.
it was huge.
Yeah, that's huge.
And then when I got home, because she said 48 hours, and I was just like, woo, here comes some dance night. And
Yeah.
I came home, and I have like my own little kind of obstacle course and like of dance ways in my house. So I put the tunes on, and I danced like it was 2 years ago. And
All right.
I overdid it, but I was able to do multiple dances. And then it was a life changer. I mean, to dance with balance and like no symptoms. I mean, it was crazy what I was experiencing that night, in one night. And then I was just wanting everything.
I bet.
Yeah.
Sounds like a movie.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been a scene of many movies in my experience, what I'm experiencing, because the last 2 years has been a nightmare for me.
Right.
When I hit my head, I was wearing a mask, and I can't. And I'm living a nightmare of the exemption life, because I can't, and I can't cover I was for 88
Right.
days, I counted, and I couldn't get the mask off my face. So it's been hard just living now. And like when I almost got arrested for taking too long, going the wrong way, trying to figure out my list of getting groceries.
Oh God.
And it's been a novel of events. And I remember the one time that I went and I got cornered by two people tracking me down to put a mask on. And I was so grateful I had all freaking 4 products on me, because I was just like, I stood there and I just voiced myself calmly and coolly, and I just like, leave me alone. Like, and the way I handled it, I was like, I wouldn't have handled it that well if I wasn't boxed.
Yeah. Good for you.
Yeah.
Oh. So how do you feel when you have that kind of control back?
That's a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
I mean, what I'm able to do now, I mean, since March, and the leaps and bounds and hurdles that I've overcome, I'm cycling the region now. Like, I mean, I ride from Welland to Niagara Falls, and I've ridden to St. Catharines. I go like, and I'm riding for psychology. So it's a cycle for psychology, because it helps the brain change the positive patterns to be uplifted and like return more strength to homeostasis and continue it. It's the proactive way of being. And I mean, food is your medicine, and like the things that I've learned is astounding.
Wow.
And especially like now, like the study that this head injury brought me into the vagus nerve, and I was like on that path, and then this was just an added bonus because it's the same sensory system. Yeah.
Wow. Go ahead.
Kimberly, which text, because of your brain injury, which text do you wear now? Which text do you wear?
So I have the socks.
Yeah.
What I've experienced, I don't have the ability to use what I need, but I actually, when I purchased the pink patches and the Harmony, I had no idea that there were other ones.
Yeah.
But the change, like I did the whole pack of the pink, and then a whole pack of, I think 2 or 3 of the blue one, the Harmony. And I mean, I could write a novel of what changes, and like I'm very in tune to my systems, because before of what I experienced to knowing now, and like it's just remarkable, all of the things that I've noticed in my change, like of my able to do things like around my house and just being able to ride as much as I do. And like, it's been hard because like not having the gym to go to needing the stretches, I used the bus. So like I was doing my stretches and like stretching the whole, like, cause I'm all into like the reflexology, self-healing and massage and like working the system. So these were just a bonus to help me carry it through and get me strength and resilience through the mess.
Wow.
Like a toolbox, right? Some
Right. And I
tools.
have many tools in my toolbox. And this one was top notch because I was just getting into like neuroscience and like more studying the brain because I've been on that journey. I graduated in Natick, Massachusetts in 2014, studying the endocannabinoid system. So this was just like the aha moment. So.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I gotta say, you're so strong. Like seriously, so very, very strong.
Yeah, I tell myself that every day because I live with chronic pain and I have to constantly tell my body because I was holding an umbrella when I got struck by lightning.
Oh God.
So I have a whole tension. So when my mind is all messed from my head injury and I can't, like I have so much sensory overload, it's hard to, well, manage the brain and the body. So these tools are just awesome when I recognize that I need to slap myself with a patch.
Yeah.
But it's been hard accessing stuff that I do need. So just because of what I'm going through with the experience of, well, WSIB and all that loveliness. So,
Yeah.
Right.
And I mean, honestly, it had a lot to do with, I think too, with the industry that I was in. They got charged criminally just after I had my head injury. So it was even more of a nightmare that I had to deal with as well.
Wow.
Do you have a cape is my next question. So some sort of a cape that flies behind you?
I do.
Yeah. Okay, good.
And a broom.
Excellent. Good.
And all up and I make sure I shovel it forward. Not over the shoulders. That's shit. Oops, sorry.
That's all right. Wow.
I was gonna share, Kimberly, that when you swear in a testimony, it's always powerful.
Yeah.
So
That's the right.
I appreciate the word track. Been there. I had a senior swear in a testimony because people can understand the emotional part of what happens in healing. And when you get somebody back, like when Beth, I know Beth, great teammate, great lady. And, she sees you, destiny puts you two together and she puts a patch on you and you danced.
Oh.
And it was like Cinderella. It's like, dancing's good. And you know what? I was going to say, I'm sure you're still dancing because dancing's really good therapy for your brain.
And I'm on my porch now. So my neighbors get some.
Nice.
There you go. You keep going. You keep going because you got people cheering for you. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Oh my
people cheering for you because it's the brain stuff. I was on a call today with an athlete and there were tears. And you know what? These moments is what makes us all worth the fight, the struggles, the joys, the highs, because it's rocket fuel. It's rocket fuel for us because what we've seen, what we've been through, and there's more of them. There's more people like you and Bernie out there. There's more of you. And as we grow, we'll find them. They'll find us. Walking by the beach, looking at stones in the water, and then you stood on one foot. It was over. It's done. So
game changing
tonight. Yeah. Wow.
So Kimberly, I'm gonna ask you the same thing I asked Bertie. I can't even imagine what you're gonna say, but maybe I'll cry. We'll see. So you're somebody's watching this now, their jaw's on the ground. They're like, okay, maybe it'll help my sore back. Maybe I'll try, but for the people that have already tried it and they were thinking, I don't know, I've never been a business person. I don't know how to do any of that multi-level stuff. I don't know what that is. Could I do this? Should I do this? What advice would you give to them about VoxxLife and sharing it?
Well, it's about staying connected to healthcare. And this is what VoxxLife is all about. It's about returning your body to homeostasis, and helping others is just sharing your story and what you've experienced with it. But it is all about connection, because that's been a huge thing for me, having this feeling like a team. And what it's just, that's a locking key to health as well. I mean, in healing, because there's resources here.
So true. You're so true. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Another that Kleenex box going in the welcome kit. It's gotta be. That's
Yeah, I know. I think it should be. And the thing is, most people, when they get the welcome kit, they don't know why they're getting the Kleenex. Well, maybe you did, because look, I mean, you danced, you got to dance, so you understood the Kleenex thing. But a lot of people, I had a sore foot. I was very excited that my sore foot stopped hurting, but I didn't know that I was going to meet people like Kimberly and Bernie on my journey that were like really having devastating things happen in their lives that could pivot and take another direction. Like, yeah. Thank you so much for being here, both of you, for sharing with us. It means a lot. It means a lot. I know it's not easy to come on here and, you don't even know me and Kev, and to tell us what's going on. But I promise you, it's going to help more people than you know that you spoke up. So thank you a million times. Thank you. And I think you're both so brave and so strong. And I'm so grateful that you were open-minded enough to give it a shot. I feel like both of you, I feel like the congruency in these two stories are that neither one of you was willing to give up, right? You've been dedicated to keeping control, and look how that turned out. It seems to be working.
Awesome.
Seems to be working. Yeah. You all right, Kev? What do you think?
Like I said, it's the best reality show on the planet.
It's the best reality show on the planet.
Reality show on the planet. This show, I'm telling you, it's like you're always end up with a smile. You always end up in a positive. There's always we always win. It's like a Walt Disney movie. We always win. It's like the Bad News Bears. We always win. That's what happens with this.
It really is like a Disney movie. It starts with tragedy, then stuff happens, seems like magic, and then there's a happy ending. Oh my gosh.
We're building a dynasty with this team, folks.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
So
Perry's on this call. We've been in sports a long time. We've been around a lot of special things. This is very special. It's amazing the players that we have, and we're all doing our part. And it's already happening, and it just keeps growing because it's people helping people. It will always work. That's what this is about. People reached out, Beth and your niece Bernie, and type of deal, and they're always thinking of other people. Yeah, that's what always works. So,
can I say one thing, Krista?
Yeah. Hi.
Amazing stories. Hi, everybody. Thank you, Bernie and Kimberly. Thank you so much. What's amazing about this technology and what's really funny in the world is that there's so many people in the world that are looking for magical solutions, and then they don't believe in magic. And so the ones that are successful are people like you and Bernie who believe in magic. And our bodies are magical. They're incredibly and wonderfully made. And when we let our bodies get into homeostasis, it's amazing what the good Lord has created and what we can achieve. So when you're looking for magical solutions, tell people, just believe in magic. And you'll wear this product and you will see success. Trust it, trust in the magic, and you will see it. So congratulations to both of you. Thank you.
So true. Thanks, Terry. And if you're a person that doesn't want to believe in magic and you want science, we got that too. We got that too. You could dive deep. The person who invited you here has access to all of the information. There's so many recordings of doctors talking about this and that and this and that. So talk to the person who invited you. They will share with you whatever you need to convince yourself to try this out. You're covered by a 30-day money-back guarantee. So there's really actually no risk. And that 30-day money-back guarantee, the purpose of it is not, will this work for me or not? It works 100% of the time on 100% of people. The 30-day money-back guarantee is really, truly for your own peace of mind. You can get your money back if you want to after 30 days. It's okay. You can. It's not hard, but it will work for you. What your body decides to do with it, we shall see. Every single person in 7 seconds gets an increase in balance, stability, range of motion, heart rate regulation, respiratory control, for sure. After that, it's up to your body. Your own brain and nervous system will work together as they already are. This is just going to accelerate the process. And hopefully you'll come back and tell us what happened, because we want to hear it. That's why Kevin and I come. We're here every 2 weeks for you. Next, we'll be here in 2 more weeks from now with 2 more people to share stories in hopes of helping more people, because that's our purpose. That's why we're here. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. We appreciate you, your time, and get enough of this to wear it from laundry day to laundry day. 1 pair of socks is not the solution. They don't work in the drawer. Get enough to wear it every day. Maybe 4 pairs, maybe 10 pairs, whatever it is for you. It's all covered by a 30-day money back. All right. Have a great night. Thank you. Thanks, ladies. We appreciate you.
Awesome.
See you soon, Kev.
See you, Krista. Thanks.